So we're picking up where the last video left off, doing the transmission on my car right now, but I'm not gonna cover that since I've done that 4 times in the past month. So I'm gonna focus more on the relocation of the rack, and I'll leave this for Trevor's video. Nicole, how was their Saab? I heard it's actually pretty fast. It's like a V6 turbo. You didn't floor it?
No, it shakes at 65 miles per hour. It's just like your 240.
I thought you were my wife. My wife would have floored it. Thank you. I love these. As I spill it. Dave, or should I say Trevor's Alberto, has been putting in work.
I also have an E36.
So we're actually doing the proper transmission jack this time. For the longest time I had these crappy eBay spacers that Jimmy actually gave to me. And they were never really properly hub-centric, so that could have very well been why my wheels were shaking. So I have some new proper Circuit Sports ones that I'm gonna put in that fit way more snug. We got the idea to try to use wheel cleaner for the transmission. So I have some of my Adams wheel cleaner that kills it on the wheels. Let's see how it works.
This stuff is so much acid in it. Just like that.
So downpipe, turbo outlet pipe, whatever you want to call it, it's cracked. It's got some big cracks in it. Dave gave me a hand pulling it off while we had the transmission off.
See daylight through it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a crack. I got a nice one off Nicole's SR, come check it out. This one's all one piece, super pretty compared to this one. It honestly looks a little bit wider too, so I mean, theoretically, maybe it'll flow a little bit better and I might gain a horsepower, but who cares? It'll get the job done. I was smart and ordered extra transmission gaskets, so we're gonna replace both the front seal, or whatever you wanna call it, and the input shaft seal. While we've been doing car stuff, Nicole's been doing cook stuff. Nicole, what's on the meal for today on the dinner menu?
Parmesan crusted pork chops with sweet potatoes and corn.
Not even her own kitchen. She's still killing it.
I'm excited. That smells really good.
I have probably 30 of these cans at my house, and for some reason I don't have any of them in my trailer, so I had to get some more right stuff so we could quickly get the new gaskets in the transmission and pop it in. So we're gonna learn from my previous mistake, and me and Dave, we're gonna lube the input shaft and the inside of the clutch so it doesn't get stuck again like it did at that last event.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound ridiculous, but my car has never sounded like this. I think that turbo outlet pipe has been cracked forever because my engine sounds so quiet now. My car sounds different. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell a difference, but like all the noise sounds like it's coming out from and back.
Yeah, all the exhaust. Yeah, the engine's really quiet and smooth.
I know, I want to come outside and listen.
Hey, I'm gonna...
The new transmission feels like very smooth too as well, especially going from second to third, which I'm curious if that'll make it easier to shift in drift, but I guess we really didn't discuss it much, but we ended up not going with the CD09 because we would have had to get the bell housing machine, we would have had to get a drive shaft custom made, and it would have taken a lot longer where the SR transmission's cheap and easy to pop in.
It bolts right in, yeah. No exhaust leaks. When he started it, it sounded kind of funny. Colorado, it's like, what is this?
It's getting pretty late, so I think we're gonna end up doing the rack tomorrow. No grinding, transmission's good, so we were hoping for that. Tyler just did a little burnout in Dave's G. How much did that G cost you?
400 bucks.
You crazy. I'm by no means an expert on this subject, but I'm gonna try to explain to you as best I can the whole reason why we are gonna move the rack forward. The best way to understand is to look from the bottom of the car. So typically the tie rod would go from the rack to the wheel and would be at a weird angle. So when you have increased lock, what would happen is that tie rod would kind of get in a position where it's almost stuck, which is called over centering, and then you'd have weird binding issues at full lock. So the rack offset spacers actually prevent that by offsetting the tie rod so it's a little bit closer to the control arm so it can stay parallel. Moving the rack forward will have the same exact effect, except the rack offset spacers put so much stress on racks, and as you can see in my videos, they get loose, they strip bolts, they strip racks, because it adds an incredibly weak point to your steering setup. When you hit something, this just kind of right out. Dave's about to send it in his G35. still sounds like she's breaking up a little bit, no?
Yeah, it is.
So to do this, what we're gonna have to do, loosen the engine mounts, hold the engine up, drop the subframe, cut, move it forward, weld it, drop it back in, and get some longer tie rods.
So if you guys are ever like loosening or taking off your tie rods, make sure that you use a crescent wrench on the actual rack itself, because you don't want to be sitting here like loosening and putting a bunch of stress and twisting on this. So make sure that you lock it down right here and then go ahead and bust all this stuff loose so you're not twisting.
I definitely didn't do that.
Really?
No.
This thing right here works really good. This is just a cheap crescent wrench you can get from Walmart, and it's kind of like a piece, like a pair of vice grips. So you get it on there, and you get it almost like tight, and then you like lock it down, and then it's really solid. So yeah, Walmart special right there.
Bye-bye engine mount. Look at that. First steps are gonna be just pressure washing this bad boy. Dude, there's so much grime in there.
It's crazy.
Trevor forgot how he relocated the rack before, so he's watching his own video from forever ago. Those are the two lines that Trevor's gonna be cutting.
You kind of just trim it like up this way. Normally I just extend it out, go up like around here, and then you just run two lines just right there. As long as you kind of keep these ones straight, everything just kind of just slides forward. So basically, like I said, I just removed this little chunk from right here. Got it all cut down the edges and the back side of it. And I need to make another cut right there to take this same distance out. But essentially this is what it's gonna do, is just slide forward. So all I need to do is cut this so that I have a nice, so it'll be nice and level, and just weld it all up.
It's coming together real nice. Trevor just finished welding this up. Now all we have to do is paint it. We didn't film it, but Trevor started giving me some welding lessons. So I'm hoping to be able to TIG weld my bad turbo outlet pipe and maybe do like a giveaway with it. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to kind of like show myself sucking and learning at welding. Trevor's shaking up some black single stage. Me and Dave are scuffing up the subframe because we're just gonna spray it black real quick before we put it back in.
We're just using some random single stage I have laying around. It's Omni, like the PPG MAE, just single stage. We are actually using a hardener with it though. So normally how you just mix these things is there's like ratios on the cup. Like this is an 8:1:1, which means I'd use like 8 ounces of this to 1 ounce of hardener to 1 ounce of reducer. We have this really cool Porsche metallic brown color that would have matched my engine bay really well, but we don't have the hardener for it, so we're just gonna do black. Yeah, it's all Sherwin Williams stuff, and I pretty much spray like PPG and Omni stuff. So.
Look at that. Trevor, what'd you say? Pretty successful night?
Pretty decent, not bad for like 4 hours or so.
Yeah, we probably could have rattle canned the subframe and threw it up there real quick, but it'll look nicer doing it proper, and
I like things with hardener now.
Especially in a place where it'll get abused, it'll probably last a little bit longer.
You like spray it with blurry cleaner, and you know it won't bubble up and just fall right off it. So, and it'll be really glossy too. So when you're like looking underneath your car, you're like, oh, that doesn't look too bad.
So that's got to go back in. Got to figure out the tie rod situation, alignment, mount some new wheels, and lots of other little stuff with the car. But for now, I will recommend you check out Trevor's channel because I'm pretty sure he just put up the info on that giveaway car that we briefly mentioned. So check that out, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.